Hello, it is a beautiful day here. I am at the park. Check this out, it's a beautiful park. And today we're talking all about how to let relationships and the triggers that they come with, the irritation, the frustration, the not liking, the judgment, how to let all of that grow you. So I am Inge. I am an energy healer for empaths, so sensitives, people who are really good at picking up what's going on around them, people who are really caring, big-hearted individuals, and who would like to see the world change for the better. That's who I absolutely love helping. And I help them with holding space, and I help them with harnessing their energy so that they can flow through life better. So today's topic is all about how to let relationships grow you. So I'm sure I'm not alone that in certain relationships, the other person can be really infuriating. Or you can judge people, maybe just people that you don't know, people that you do know. And I firmly believe that in every single challenge, there is a huge opportunity. And relationships just are downright challenging sometimes. So if you're watching, hit like if you agree, just for fun. They can be so challenging. And a lot of the time when I see my clients, often it's triggered by a breakup, or they keep getting in the same pattern with relationships. And they really point us towards what's going on within us. And so if we're conscious and if we're willing to do our own work, it's a very, 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 very fertile ground to grow ourselves up, to heal, to become just better, stronger individuals. So all of this is based on the idea that the other person is actually you. And fun thing, my T is actually confirming this. No, probably can't see that. But it says, recognize that the other person is you. So whatever we see in other people is also existing in us. So I'm looking at myself here and my hair is crazy, but that's okay. The other person is also us. So what we see in them, their depression, their lack of willpower, their too much willpower, their manipulation, their over-sexuality, what you judge as that, their extreme passion for life, their food habits, whatever that is. So we often judge in other people either what is also in us. Actually, we really tend to judge in other people what is in us, but we are denying and we are judging in ourselves. So if you're judging in someone else, cut off there. So if you're judging in someone else, chances are that same pattern, that same energy exists in you, but you're judging it in yourself as well. So it's like life is giving you a little arrow, and it's like, look, or like a mirror. Check this out in you. And you can either decide to ignore that, totally fine, totally allowed, and then just keep walking around and keep getting more mirrors showing you this thing that you don't like in yourself. Hi, Steph. So happy to see you. So all of these things are pointing towards places in yourself that you're not enjoying. So you can ignore, and life will continue showing you these places. And often how it happens, the energy kind of amplifies and gets stronger and bigger until you really have no freaking choice to look at it. And the reverse is true too. So if you admire something very much in someone else, the chances are that exists in you too. It's just not yet developed. There's a fly in front of me. It's not developed. It's not owned. It's not loved. It's not brought out yet. But that potential is fully there. So I had someone give me a beautiful compliment this week, and I could see how it was totally there so that she could see it in herself as well. She said something like, she really appreciates how I've got like a structure in my thoughts, but I can also really flow with what's there in the energy. And that's exactly what we were working on together. And I reflected that back to her. Is you can appreciate that in me because it's in you. So a really fun game that I love to play, but I am admittedly not so good at. I have a Virgo brain who likes to find all the faults rather than all the qualities. But think about all the people in your life that you appreciate and really feel into what you appreciate about them. And that way you're looking at their gifts. And that way they actually become gifts for you. So they're showing you this potential in you. And you get to accept that gift. You get to bring that in. You get to accept that for yourself and start looking, where is this in me? Is this true? Am I willing to look at this? Am I willing to own this? And maybe there's some judgments around it, and you can kind of work your way through. And judgments are often there because of fear, because of places of shadow, of darkness in us. So that's a fun game you can play. I really encourage you to do that. Go for an appreciation hunt with different people and see how that's there in yourself. And when you get triggered and when people annoy the out of you, you can look at how that's playing inside of you as well. And don't need to make a big thing about it. Don't need to make it wrong. It's just kind of how things work. And you can start bringing love there for yourself. And eventually that transpires to everybody around you. So the more you do this, the more it's possible for you to move through life and let everybody be who they are, in their shadows, in their gifts, in their places, and you can just kind of be with all of it without it needing to trigger and to make things difficult for you. And that's often when we become a healer or a Reiki practitioner. I teach a lot of Reiki. Is people ask me, will I get drained? And so in being a healer, you become really intimate with people's darker places, with places they want to hide maybe. And so your invitation as a healer is to learn to sit with that without judgment. But sometimes we're just freaking human and there is judgment. And then, okay, we won't externalize that. And that's really important to do as a healer. Don't externalize the judgment. But after, you might feel kind of drained because, ooh, this part is kind of ugly to look at in yourself, and this part and that other part. And so you have your own work of acceptance, of self-Reiki helps, your own work to do. And it gets so much easier. It really does. And my invitation to you is to bring more acceptance to yourself, bring more love to yourself. And by doing that, you're bringing that to the whole world around you, because recognize that the other person is your other. I was so happy to see that in my tea today. It was just perfect. So that's all for today. Much love to you all, and have a beautiful day. Bye.